Hello. It's been quite a while since I put a video out, which I do apologise for. I have had just massive painter's block. I just could not bring myself to paint anything. Let's move these out of the way. I want them for something later. I might waffle on a bit in this video, so bear with me, please. Right, so these are the last unit of Peninsular British that I've been attempting to paint. So I've got these based, and then I've got another 16 which are, I think these guys just need brass doing to them. Sorry about the lighting today, it is poor. I haven't got a fluorescent light, so yeah. I was trying to paint 12 at a time, and I just kept staring at all 12 of them with absolute loathing, thinking I just cannot bring myself to paint them. So I broke them down into groups of 8, and I've actually managed to get something done finally. So these are the first 8 based, well, put on bases. I haven't done the filler yet of the flags, which I will do, and then I'll get them done today with a bit of luck, all finished. Get the filler on, get it all dry brushed up and everything tomorrow, and then hopefully by the end of the week I can do a video of that project. I keep saying this. Finally finished. So that's them. And then I want to mention, discovered a couple of new channels. I'm going to do a couple of quick shout outs. One for Gavin Booth, who's not new, he's been around for a while. He's a great guy, and he gave me a shout out as well. And go and check his channel out. He does all sorts of different stuff, and he's a really good painter. So go and have a look at him. And then another guy called McNab. He's only got 3 videos, but wow, can he paint? Yeah, so go and have a look at him. And another guy, Dan Buman, and he's just put up a video about the buildings he uses, and it's like printable card that you can. I mean, you could just use the card itself, or you can stick it on foam card. And he's got some buildings on there. Go and have a look at that, because I'm thinking I was going to do a few tutorials, because I built this. Just cardboard, because I thought we've all got loads of cardboard floating around now because it's Christmas. So I was going to show tutorials on how to do this sort of thing, but you can just print them off and you can buy them for 99p. But I still might do, because I was going to be a bit more adventurous and do like a manor house or something. I might do, undecided. Like the door's just made out of coffee stirrers, window frame. Then I got some wire meshing from a car shop. So yeah, I might do. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, that's the guys. Gavin Booth, McNab, Dan Buman. Go and check all their channels out. Really good. Sorry if I've missed anyone. Or I'm not specifically trying to do shout outs for this video. I just wanted to get them in because they're new channels. I've discovered them last 2, and I don't think I've given a shout out before. So coming up, I've got these little Cruel Seas ships. I don't think I'm going to get into the game. I've got these free War Games Illustrated. So I think I'm just going to paint these up just for a change. You know, when I get fed up of painting everything else, I just thought it'd give me something to break it up a bit. So I'm going to have a go at painting them 2 little ships. There was something else we want to talk about. Oh yeah, so Mortal Gods. So I've got these figures, and I now realise, of course, I've got the wrong ones, because I have got Macedonians, and what I want is Greek hoplites. But you know what? I'm not that worried, because it'll give me a bit of practice, something different to paint. So I'm going to paint them up, and then when I'm going to buy the Mortal Gods starter box anyway, so yeah, I'll just have that. I also have decided I'm going to rebuild my Japanese bolt action army. So I've got these guys. I've got 2 boxes of these. So that's the box, and here they all are when I've not even undercoated them yet. I've just glued them to bottle top so I can get them undercoated. But they are pretty cool. I really like them. Before, when I had my Japanese army, I just converted them out of plastic ones, because you get loads of guys for them stick bombs. So I just used them and cut the bombs off. So I've got 10 here. And then I've got another 10. So I need one more lot of 10. I can have 2 units of 15. I've got to be honest, I am going to build, which may annoy some people, but a pure tournament bolt action Japanese army. I'm going to build a normal army as well, so that I don't lose all my friends at the club. but I'm going to build what I think is an alpha list for bolt action. So with that in mind, I've got these guys. There'll be 2 units then, 2 units 15. And then I'm going to take a tank platoon with 3 of these in. M3 Stewards. So everybody hates me already now because I've just showed that. So yeah, I'll have a command tank and 2 others. Now these get them Stewards. They get 4 medium machine guns, and because they're vehicles, you can split fire. So you have 3 of them with your 4 machine guns, and you pick on 4 different targets, and you pop 3 pins on 4 different targets in your first turn. So extremely annoying. And also I'm going to have Japanese cavalry because I make them, so I might as well, and everybody hates them too. I'll have 2 units cavalry, and I'll have think about maybe a couple of units of infantry as well. If depending what list you take for the Japanese, you can have 2 snipers. So in there's a sniper and a flamethrower. I might take the flamethrower as well because it's quite cheap for an extra dice. But you're allowed 2 snipers. So then 4 units you picked in the first turn, you can then pop another pin on with the 2 snipers. And some lists allow you to have 2 more teams. So when you've pinned a couple of units up, pop 4 pins on a unit, you can start zeroing with your mortars. Little tactics for you. So yeah, it's going to be a terrible list, I'm not going to lie. I will practice with it and see how it goes, but most of the time I won't use it. Then I popped to the shop today, got some more strong turn ink because I was running out. So I thought, it's in Sheffield, which is a bit of a trek for me. It's not that much of a trek, it's not half hour, but... And I got some soft tone because I'm going to try that on the white trousers instead of strong tone, see what difference it makes. I think it might be a bit better. So that's that. Then I've been inspired, so a couple more shout outs, but I haven't written these down, by Stig of the Dump and his Primaris Space Marine Army, which is looking really nice, and also Black Country Wargaming has done one. So I'm going to do my own chapter of Primaris Marines. I've got these 3 that I got with the Conquest magazine, so I'm going to spray them up and glue them together. I'm going to do my own chapter. I was going to do Imperial Fists, if anyone remembers that video from way back when, over a year ago. But I decided not to do Imperial Fists now. I decided to do my own chapter because then I can use any chapter tactics I like. I picked up some cheap paint brushes. So I use this one for... Where is it? Can you see it? Tiny, for extreme highlights and stuff like that. And I kind of use this one for doing most of the base coats. And that's like an in between the 2 for doing the piping and straps and stuff. I will still be doing some Napoleonics, but what I'm going to do them is just 8 men at a time. And I'm going to do some more French because I haven't done any French in a while. So I thought they needed doing. Right, another thing, I guess most of you will be watching Fraser from Ketteringham, and he was talking about extreme close-ups, and I thought he raised a really good point, because I always do it. I always bring my models right up for extreme close-up, but I mean that's how most of the time you're going to view them, like that sort of distance. You're not going to see them up close and personal. Because if you bring them up, the show off. Because I've been watching some of my videos back, and I bring them up like this, and I spot all the mistakes and flaws, and I think, oh God, they just look awful. And I'm seriously thinking about stopping doing these extreme close-ups. So yeah, you just see all the faults, and you think, do I really want to be showing my faults off like that? It's why I hardly ever post any of my models on Facebook, because it just shows up all the flaws, all the mistakes. Yeah, so I'm kind of with Fraser on this. I'm thinking I might just stop doing it, because you know, I want people to appreciate, cause especially with Napoleonics, you're not going to get, you've got that many to paint as well, but you're only ever going to see them this far away. You're never going to see them up close. That's the light company, I think. That's how you're going to see them. So from that distance, you know, they look awesome. But if I bring them up, you start to see all the mistakes and the faults. And let me try and find one that I've nearly got finished that's got some errors on it, so I can kind of give you my... I can't bloody find one now, typically. Yeah, so I can show you the errors and the things you see when you do an extreme close-up. Here we go, he'll do. Because I just want to show you his collar. So if you look there, the white pipe on his collar, I've totally messed that up. So I need to go back in with a dark green, tidy that line up, and then go back in with a lighter green to highlight it back up. But I've got to be honest, I'm probably not going to do it because I'm just sick to death of painting these. And again, with the trousers, you can, when you're on an extreme close-up like that, you can proper see, you know, I need to go over it again in white really, because it's a bit washed out, but from there, I don't. It looks great. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to have a think. Now, if you check out McNab, I'll show you them again, McNab. If you look at his French Napoleonics, they're absolutely bloody awesome. I can't get anywhere close to that kind of standard. He's a guy that could definitely do extreme close-ups. But I don't think it's for me. So anyway, that's what I've got coming up. Happy New Year to everyone, by the way. This is my first video of the new year, so Happy New Year. Hope everyone's had a good start to New Year so far. Hope all your projects are going really well. So for the new year, I will be doing World War II Japanese, Mortal Gods, which ancient Greeks, and I'll get the real ones when I get the starter set, but I will still be practicing with them. I'll still be doing Napoleonics, do a bit of French, but say just paint 8 men at a time, and I'll just build up a couple more units so I can do that. And that's it on the model front, I think. Oh, Space Marines. So that's it on the model front. As for my rules, because I've had a painter's block with these, it's just put me off doing anything to do with Napoleonic. So I haven't even finished. I've done an update on the rules, but I haven't sent it out to anyone. It's on my work computer, so I need to email it to myself from work. But what I am going to do, now that I think I've got through this, painter's block, I will do a series of videos doing a walkthrough of all the rules and bits and pieces, so you can see how, because sometimes, you know, when you write something yourself, you know what you mean, but nobody else does. So I'll do a walkthrough of the rules and what happens in combats and all shooting and everything, and I'll do it in a series of little videos, and then after that I will run through the little mini campaign that I've done. So I'll do it as a solo war game, and you can use it. You don't have to use it for Napoleonics, this or even for my rule system. You could use the little scenarios and the little campaign. You can use it for anything. So I might put that on a separate document, and then all you do is you just follow the rules for each scenario, and then at the end of it you follow the rules for the upgrades or of the troops or whatever. And as long as you stick with similar sorts of armies, you could use it for ancients or Napoleon's American War of Independence, anything really. And it will just give you a little solo wargame campaign that you can play. Right, I've waffled on 15 minutes. So, is anyone still there? Also, at the end of this video, Dan, if you're watching, I did say I was going to put some stills up of me Bretonians, but I don't know where all the pictures have gone. I must have deleted them or lost them, or when I've changed phones or something. So I've only got a couple, but at the end of this video I've got a little montage of some stuff that I did in the past, some Bretonians and some witch elves and some scenery that I've built for my local club, gaming table wise, and some of me Normans, my Saxon Saga army. So I'll tag that video onto the end. And that's it for now for me. I'm going to crack on, finally get this Peninsula unit finished, and then I can move on to different things. I'll still be doing Napoleonics, but I don't want to give myself another burnout by trying to do a 24-man unit and just getting fed up with it, because I think these Peninsulas so far have taken me 5 weeks, which for me is forever, because normally I can paint one of these in a week easy. But 5 weeks, yeah, I've just burnt out with them. Yeah, so I hope all your stuff's going well. I'm watching all your videos. I'm trying to comment as much as I can. So I watch on my TV, so it means I have to go back onto my phone to make comments. But I am trying to do it. Hope everyone's well. Oh, nearly forgot. One of our fellow YouTubers, Zippy Zool, is in hospital at the minute. So thoughts going out to him. If you can, watch one of his videos, drop him a little message, and that's it. So speak to you all soon. There's a little montage video at the end, and I will catch you all in the next one, which will be the finally finished Peninsula army. Thank you. Good night.